Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I'm here to talk to you today about crypto. All right, starting with our Bitcoin Chart TA. Okay, so we talked about this Bitcoin pattern that played out, this pennant pattern here. And so what happened was you saw both a fake out to the downside and then a fake out breakout to the upside, and then another breakdown to the downside here. So it has been moving quite a bit in the time that we've had the last video. So Bitcoin has been kind of oscillating in both directions. There have been whales that have been coming in here and buying heavily in the volume. And right now, from the looks of it, things are heading about sideways. And the reason why I say that is because I've penciled out here both this area of selling pressure and this area of buying pressure. And so Bitcoin has traded in between these areas, this area of buying pressure down here and this area of selling pressure up here. And so what's happened is these traders have gone in and they've bought these dips under basically about 17,800 in that region or so. They bought these dips and then they're selling all these rips. So they're buying down here and they're selling up here, and that's causing Bitcoin to go sideways for the most part. It hasn't broken out, of this range. It hasn't broken down of this range. There's a lot of pressure up here and there's a lot of pressure down here. When you take a look at the RSI, and this is the hourly, by the way, the hourly RSI is at 45. It is dead right in the middle of the spectrum. And I expect this to continue until we see enough volume to either push it out of this selling window or enough selling volume to push it out of this buying window here. So for now, if you guys are playing this, just know that there are these two competing pressures right now that are impacting the Bitcoin price. So the way I'm playing this right now is when it dips down below this level in this buying zone, I am definitely looking to buy in this buying zone. And again, that's below at about 19,800 in this region. And like I said, I expect this to continue for the foreseeable future to trade in this range. Next, we'll take a look at Ethereum. We'll back out here a little bit. Ethereum has not really done anything in the past couple of days. It has been hanging out in this lower part of this channel. It's been making slightly higher lows and been going up just a little bit and trying to break out, but it's finding very heavy resistance here. So with the Ethereum merge coming up in about 2 weeks or so, we should finally see Ethereum break out of this strange sideways pattern it's been developing and either head to the upside or head to the downside. Now, I think that's probably going to wind up being a selling type of event the day of the actual merge, but I will keep you guys updated on that when it happens. Next, we'll take a look at the dollar index. Dollar index, let me zoom out here a little bit, has been still very strong. So you see here, it had a very strange candle today. So it's at about... right now, it's at about 109.6. And the candle is strange because it has this incredibly long wick to the downside. And so what that means is that it went down, it tested this support here at 109, and it popped back up again. So right now, it's finding support here in this sideways consolidation area, and I expect that it's probably going to continue even higher. And again, we talk about the dollar index because dollar index trades inversely to Bitcoin. And one other thing I wanted to show you is the August jobs report. And the August jobs report is incredibly important here because it's going to give you an idea of the kind of macroeconomic picture. And it's important to have an idea of the macroeconomic picture in order to determine where Bitcoin is going to go and where the broader crypto industry is going to go. Okay, so the jobs report, what they said here is there are these non-farm payroll. The non-farm payrolls went up slightly, okay, and then the unemployment rate actually went up slightly, all right, and then the average hourly earnings did not increase as much as expected, both month over month and year over year. So what does this mean? Well, I'll tell you, the non-farm payrolls. That is a kind of a wash, I think, in my opinion, because they can be very cyclical with the hiring months and depending on demand, of course. And there have actually been quite a few companies that are cutting back on jobs and job hiring. But I think what's more important to pay attention here is the unemployment rate going up to 3.7. Now, the reason why that's important is because the Fed right now is looking for slowdown of the economy, okay? And that's what we're seeing right now with this unemployment rate. Both this unemployment rate and the average hourly earnings coming in lower than expected, or I would say more bearish than expected, okay? The unemployment rate has gone up, the average hourly earnings have gone down, and so what that tells me is that the Fed, when they take a look at a report like this, they'll see slowing in the economy. And the reason why that's important is if the Fed sees slowing in the economy, they are much more likely to stop or slow the rate of interest rate hikes, okay? And that is essential. All right, that's essential to keep this guy in check, the dollar currency index, the DXY. All right, this is a measure of the strength of the dollar. When the Fed raises interest rates, it also increases the strength of the dollar. So with these poor jobs numbers coming in, the Fed should look at this and they should decide to it will help convince them to lower the rate of increases, or slow the rate of increases, and we should see a positive result from Bitcoin as a result of a weakening dollar. Okay, so as soon as they stop raising rates, then Bitcoin should have a positive reaction to that. And I'm going to be paying attention to that. I'm going to be doing a whole video based on this and the proof that I've had and some of the historical case studies coming out very soon. So make sure you guys tune in for that. I will have that video up here hopefully within the next couple of days. But this is very important to pay attention to these jobs reports. Okay. Also, last thing I want to talk about is apparently a hacker stole Bill Murray's crypto after he did a NFT charity auction. Okay, so he was raising money for charity, and a hacker drained his personal wallet. All right, and that's probably the most high-profile hack that I've seen so far, and I'm not entirely sure about what the hack involved or how the hack was perpetrated. I haven't found any more information on this, but if you guys do find some information, please let me know. But I think it's very important to know that this is part of a risk whenever you're doing something like this, a high-profile event, specifically with NFTs. It always attracts a lot of attention and some unscrupulous actors who try and steal funds out of people's wallets, all right? So, it also says the auction's original runner-up bidder has already offered to replace the stolen funds, so hopefully we'll get a good ending, a happy ending, and we'll have the charity auction will proceed as planned, and that money will go to charity. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and also follow me on Twitter. I greatly appreciate that. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, signing out.